Hello and welcome to this interview with the Rin's Art Cafe channel. With me today, I have Niguel Mannes. But before we begin, I would like to say, please don't send any hate towards anyone featured or mentioned in this video. And please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And please put your comments down in the comment section down below, but keep it civil, guys. Okay, so Nigel, tell us a bit about yourself. Um,
So, yeah, what do you want
yeah,
to know?
like where did you grow up?
Well, first of all, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Niguel Mannes. I was born and raised in Suriname, Paramaribo, and yeah, that's basically where I grew up. I've been in Suriname until my, let me see, 18th or 19th, and then I traveled to the Netherlands to study abroad. So that's a small introduction of my journey.
Why did you move to the Netherlands to study?
Well, basically, it's sort of, most of the parents that want their children to study further, they always try to achieve that by sending their children abroad if they have the possibilities. And I'm blessed to have that possibility because I know a lot of people don't have that opportunity. Um, but yeah, basically that's it. Suriname doesn't have the, how do you call it, the
The
yeah the
resources.
the resources and the level that at least that I want to reach in my education. They do have it, but it's not at the top level yet. Yet, I do think we can get there. So that's why I'm saying yet.
Is because something like this takes a lot more time and a lot
Exactly.
more
Yeah,
people to put in their efforts to raise
definitely.
the level.
And I think that the teachers as well, you can't have teachers that talk about stuff that's 30 years old or 40 years old. You got to have teachers who stay updated and keep up with the trends, even if they don't like it. It's just the trend, so you have to educate people about the trends and what's happening in the world. And I don't see that enough in Suriname yet. Like everything that we do, like when someone says, oh, I found this out today, I'm like, all right, but we knew about that 20 years ago over here, things like that. And
Yeah.
then it's a bit of, yeah, wasted energy sometimes. So
Yeah, because
yeah.
like most of some of the stuff that don't really work uh right now,
Yeah,
some stuff of the past, and you have to keep up with the way the world works now. You got to keep up with the speed,
definitely.
essentially. What
Definitely.
did you decide to study in the Netherlands?
Did you ask why or when?
Oh no, what did you
Oh,
decide to
what?
study?
Oh, sorry. I decided to first I wanted to become a doctor, so I wanted to become a surgeon. Uh, didn't get yeah, I didn't get in, and I also didn't get into MWE in Suriname because it went with like drawings, something like
Yeah,
that.
a selection
Um,
process.
Yeah, exactly. Something
Yeah.
like that. And after that, I told myself, "Well, all right, I'll try it the next year." And because I wasn't able to get in at first, I then decided to go and study pharmacy in Groningen in the Netherlands, because I thought, yeah, that's a bit medical. Maybe I'll just go with the flow and then go into medical. Um, but it wasn't the same, and it didn't touch my heart. And while I was in Groningen, I actually started selling shoes and selling other stuff. And I already sold stuff in Suriname, so I always had that business vibe in me. And after that, I thought, like, hold up, why do I actually want to become a doctor? Is it really my passion? Do I want to do this for 30 years? Is this the life or the road that I want to go on? And I told myself, no, this isn't it. Um, and then I just wanted to study business. So at first I didn't even wanted to study anymore. I just told my parents like, oh no, I want to start businesses and this and that. I want to come back to Suriname. But eventually, after, honestly, I cried a lot. Like there were days that I was so depressed, and I just told myself, all right, you know what, I'm just gonna study. Let's see where the road takes me. And I'm thankful for actually staying in the Netherlands and studying, because it's not only about studying abroad, but it's actually about networking, meeting other
Yeah.
people. um yeah, it's different. It's definitely different
And the
than staying.
experiences you get along the way as well, because
Yeah, definitely.
I actually I'm actually in the situation you were back then right now. I
Yeah,
also wanted to go to become a doctor, to become a surgeon.
yeah.
I didn't have enough points to apply to MAE. I went to apply here in like the university in
Hmm.
Amsterdam, and it didn't work out as well. So I also went to a study that was close to like medical stuff,
Yeah.
biomedical sciences, and it also didn't work out well for me. And I
Oh,
was
all
also
right.
stuck with like uh,
And
that
what are you doing
depression.
now?
Now I applied for law school, so I'm gonna see how that
Oh,
actually
okay.
goes. Because after a
Nice.
while, I didn't really like the biology, the chemistry that well anymore.
Yeah,
And
I
yeah,
think it's something that has to do. I don't know how, I don't know your parents and stuff like that, but I think it has to do with something that Surinamese parents, they don't necessarily pressure you into something, but I think that if your parents are a doctor or doctors, or they're engineers, or I don't know, whatever, they tend to pressure sort of, or guide their children into some sort of route. I'm not saying my parents did that, but maybe it's without you knowing it, even, or without them even knowing that they're doing that. And I
yeah,
think that's happening with a lot of children. They're like, oh no, I need to become a doctor, or I need to become
yeah. I've also seen
a
that
surgeon. Or,
in like the environment of Suriname as
yeah, yeah,
well,
yeah,
like at
definitely. And
schools as well. Like
yeah, because it's either four things, you become four things, or you're worth nothing. That's basically
yeah,
Suriname. And I'm like, there are four, like 500 different things to do in this world right now. You could become, I don't know, you could go and sell shirts and make more. If it's about money, you could make more money selling shirts than a surgeon ever will. You could go sell lipsticks, and you could set up an e-commerce business. You could, what the heck, you could be anything. Literally, you could become a, how do you call those guys, an astronaut.
yeah,
The
pretty
heck.
much.
You can. Yeah, yeah.
But I think it's also about the way Suriname has been established, and
Yeah,
the way
definitely.
people look at the situations, and they think this is the only way we can get out of our current situation, or
Mhm.
because let's say somebody's parents decided to go that route and worked really hard to achieve that, but they don't know uh, the other options. So
Yeah,
that's the
yeah,
information that the younger generation will look up to then.
yeah. No,
But now
that's
with more technology, we can see that there are many more options, and
yeah. The options
especially
are endless,
yeah,
endless.
and
Yeah,
especially when you're going to travel abroad to a place, especially like the Netherlands, where they have more options to go here, to go there, and to study this and that, and to learn about more as well while you're also working and studying. And
yeah,
uh, this is like something not everybody does back in Suriname. So it's definitely gonna be a change of perspective once you go abroad to study.
yeah. I agree. I agree. Definitely.
What were some of the culture shocks you experienced while studying here in your
Well,
first year?
Um, Definitely people not taking a bath every day. That was one of them. I had this buddy of mine in Groningen a while back, and he actually like took a bath. I think 2 or 4 times. No, 2 or 4 days before he took a bath. So every 2 days or something like that, or 4 days. And I was like, bro, you're going to the gym, you're doing this, you're doing that. That's not fresh. So that was one culture shock that I didn't know even existed anymore because I heard it from my parents, from my dad,
Yeah.
that they did that. So I was like, okay, sure, that's something from the
So
1980s or
yeah.
so. What the heck? But no, it's actually still a thing. And another thing is stickies. Stickies for everything, like sharing everything. In Suriname, we always give.
Yeah.
Even here, if you come to my house, it's just, hey, do you want food? Do you want drinks? What do you want? It's just a way of being polite. So I don't care if I need to spend 20 euros on groceries to yeah, make food for you. But I went to a Dutch friend, and we went there. We sat. He invited us. We didn't even invite ourselves, and we got beers. Because Dutch people, they love beer. So I'm not that on an alcoholic or something. I just drink a beer for the fun, maybe
Yeah.
with friends. So we got a beer. All right, cool. Got a beer. After a while, he asked like, "What do you guys want to eat?" We said, "All right, we'll just pasta or something. I don't know what you have. We don't care." So he had pasta. He made pasta, and when we got home, I'm just gonna fast forward. Got home, opened my phone up, and I got a ticket for one something like 160 or something like that for all the
Ah.
stuff that he used at his house. So first of at first I was like, what the heck? This guy's greedy or something like that. But after that I was like, all right, this is probably another Dutch thing. They go Dutch. So that's another
Yeah, because
culture shock.
yeah, in Suriname sometimes when you like go eat at somebody's place, they like make the food and stuff, and then you're just like,
Yeah,
all
and that
right,
and then
fine.
the next time you make stuff for them. So
Yes, exactly. Like that's how we exchange stuff. Like,
yeah, that's how we exchange. That's how we compensate each other. Like one time
yeah,
you cook, all right. Maybe a month later you cook, and I don't know. That's just how we go with the flow or something like that.
yeah,
But they're really tight on their budget, which could be good. Maybe Surinamese people do need to learn how to be better with their budget. Maybe
yeah. It might help out a lot
it might.
because I've heard like from people with their friends and stuff, they've been like lending out money, and then their friends
Yeah.
don't pay back and stuff like that, and then you're just like sit there and then with a hole in your pocket, like
Yep. Definitely.
waiting for money that'll never come back.
Yeah. Basically.
But yeah, this is like one of the ways that might help solve it.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah.
But who knows? Yeah, so tell me a bit about the career path you're going on now. Like, when did you actually came here to study, and how is it
Um.
going now?
Let me see. It's now 2021. I came here in 2018, if I'm correct. Like I said, I started with pharmacy, then go well, stopped, went to Suriname. I did business administration on the University of Rotterdam, but I stopped there as well because it was too theoretical. I missed the practical part. So now I'm studying at the HBO Rotterdam School of Business. So I'm doing business administration there, and it's going pretty well. I Yeah, next week I finish with my third year, and then I have another year to go, less than a year, and then I'm done with my study. So then I have my bachelor, and then I'll probably master in finance, but I don't know yet. I don't know if I even want to master, but if I'll master, I think it's gonna be in finance. So it's going pretty good at the moment. I have a lot of deadlines right now, but so that's a bit of a stress, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Yeah, that's it with university, with college, like you
Yeah.
have to keep up with the deadlines. And
Yep.
yeah, the difference between university and HBO, university is looks more at the theoretical parts, while HBO goes more for the practical parts, I've
Yeah.
noticed. And I myself was a bit unsure if I needed to go with university or HBO at times, but
Hmm. Yeah, because
yeah.
I think even a lot of people, if I tell them now in Suriname, like people in Suriname watching right now, if I tell them like, oh yeah, I'm doing Habio, oh ha ha ha, he's doing Habio. But people who do Habio have better social skills. Um, they know how to set up a business, for example, because I'm doing business administration, so I'm just gonna talk like that. Um, and they have more experience overall because every single case that you do is practical. You are face to face into contact every day with people in a business. It's not just your books. It's even less your books than on the university because I've done university as well, so I know how to or tell you guys what the difference is. The university, sure, you have that name, oh yeah, I'm studying on a university, but in the end, in my opinion, being practical, that's what it, yeah, basically all comes down to in this world. So that's why I chose Habio as well. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'll see how it works because now I'm studying, gonna be studying a different path at a university. So I was
Yeah.
still looking at the option of doing something else related to art or business as a side at Habio after I
Yeah.
finish with university because I also feel like those things are important, especially if, for instance, for some people who have like their main job and then they want to pursue something else as a side career. And you have
Mm-hmm.
to know some of the stuff as well because
Yeah.
and if you don't know it, you get someone who can do you pay someone who does some of the work for you
Yeah.
in
Exactly.
situations like this. And I myself would like to learn how develop my other skills as well. And that's
Yeah.
what I like about actually studying here in the Netherlands as well.
Yeah. So it's funny that you mentioned that because um the only thing that I really like from the Netherlands, like that's my number one, is the Wi-Fi. And the reason why
Yes.
is because the the reason why is because I love reading online. I love looking at videos online to educate myself more. Because I believe that educating yourself with stuff online, your best friends literally are YouTube and Google,
Yeah.
nothing else, literally. Like you could search now for something like how to wipe your butt or something like that, or how to cook a duck, or how to stream a video, or anything. It's everything's online, or you could even search it in Dutch. So
The school of
I
YouTube,
yeah, so
essentially.
people are so it's so underrated still. People are not even using 1% of the possibilities that are online, and it's pretty sad to see because I know that because when I talked to my mother like a few years ago, she was like, oh yeah, so you need to go to the um library and look for some books. And I was like, mom, this is the answer, and then you can
Yeah.
read everything about it. Sure, maybe books have more information, like extra information, sure, but it's so we people want so much information that's unnecessary for the answer that they're looking for.
Yeah, some people want to go
So
straight to the point, and
yeah,
especially
make
online, it's
make
more of
life less
a.
complicated than it is. People want to
And
make it too complicated.
it's also like an informational exchange, especially when you're doing stuff online. let's say
Yep.
podcasts or shows online or people having like how-to videos, there you're essentially having a exchange of knowledge and information that will
Oh,
help you in your journey in your way to achieving what you want, essentially.
yeah, that's all. That's all.
Yeah, and yeah, this is also why I like the Wi-Fi here, because I can basically have these these
Streams,
podcasts stream
podcast.
live.
Yeah.
Other than
in,
that,
In Suriname, it would be like, I don't know what
yeah,
to.
because I have guests from Suriname on, and
Yeah.
they when they're trying to say something, the entire screen either goes black or just
Oh no.
stays like still on their image,
Yeah.
and they have to like repeat what they said, but then it like stops again, and it's a bit annoying for them because they want to get their word across, but the
I get
connection
it.
is failing them.
Yeah. Oh well.
Do you have other interests or hobbies that you are pursuing at the moment?
Interests or hobbies. Go one. I like cooking a lot. Like, I try to cook a different thing every week. Every day actually, but I mean like a new thing every week. Just because I like cooking. I was even thinking about, um like after my studies, when I have my bachelor, doing, how do you call it, a chef, something like a chef course. I don't know what it's called. Actually, it's sort of a diploma that you're becoming a chef. So I was actually thinking about doing that. It's 2 years or something like that, and then you're an official chef. So that seemed
Culinary
fun.
arts or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know what the name is exactly anymore, but something like that. And next to that, I really like designing stuff. So in Photoshop, Lightroom, Premiere, I like everything with a camera. Actually, my camera is like my baby. That's next to me like 24/7. So I like making videos, like editing them. I used to do it a lot more. So yeah, I think school and doing a lot of other stuff, I just don't have the time. It's maybe an excuse, but I really don't have the time. So I do miss that. And let me see, what do I like? Oh, tennis. I like sports. I just like to, um how do you call that? It's not for the body, but more for the mind. Like, it helps me to bring new energy and keep my energy going and bring new, like, that's how I feel. It just keeps me going and it gives me energy. So
Because
the gym.
I remember
Yeah.
you and your brother used to play a lot of tennis back in elementary
Yeah,
school.
correct. I Yeah, correct. Yeah, I still play tennis, so I try to go at least once every week. In Suriname, I used to go a lot more, but I do want to start with tournaments again in the Netherlands. So that's another hobby, maybe. Yeah.
I just started out with tennis 3 years
Oh,
ago,
nice.
and even though I just started out, I haven't done it in a while, so I want to
Yeah.
continue again as well
All right. We
because
definitely have to
I love it.
play.
Yeah,
We
I
definitely
have
have to play today.
I have to warm up again and get the skills from the back to the front. You know,
It'll be fine.
definitely. And you also had a YouTube channel back in the day, like where you did other stuff, more like challenges and
Yeah.
with friends. What was like the idea that you came across? Like, hey, I want to start doing this.
So basically, how it started, really funny story. I had some friends, and they were like, "Hey, dude, let's just make a video," because we were all making our separate videos. Um, and after a while, I think Marcel, like, editor 404, he messaged me and he told me like, "Hey, we're making a video with these guys, yada yada yada." I was like, "No, what the heck? It's just fun." We're the OGs, the first ones that actually started filming, etc., etc. All right, cool. Let's just meet up, see where this will take us. And we made a video. And right that day, I didn't have a name yet. It was just Niguel Mannes posting all day, just videos. And right that day, I stepped out of the car, and the guys were like, "Hey, raise a baby," because my face, I had that like baby face,
Yeah.
no hair, nothing, big dude, looking like freaking 25 in Suriname or something like that. So the guys were like, "Oh damn, raise a baby," and since then, raise a baby was my name, my stage name, and we had the Su Comedy All Stars was our group name. So we did everything together. We went out of the city, made videos together, and it was really fun. It was really fun. I really miss those times. Not gonna lie. If um, Suriname was if Surinamese people on YouTube could earn as much as people in the United States and outside, like in the Netherlands, even, I think I would have definitely continued that path. But in those years, like how long did I do it? Plus 5 years or something like that. Damn long. I earned maybe 250 SRDs or something from one commercial or something like that. I don't know.
Mm,
It's not that because a lot of people think like, oh damn, these guys are YouTubers making 10K views and 30K views on each. No, we
mm.
didn't even make 1 cent. So that's the downside of being in Suriname.
Yeah,
But
because it
it was
also has to do with some of the rules that YouTube
yeah, and
set for Suriname as well.
AdSense and all. Like
Yeah.
I heard that they've opened up a bit at the moment, but it's still not on the levels that they actually need to be earning. So, but I do like I have mad respect for Febby, um, because Febby is one of the guys that he just continued. Like nothing's like it's not the end of the world. He just continued. He kept going. Ewan as well, Ewan Khanji, and all the other guys like Sarich as well, at a photo 4. But everyone went their own path again because yeah, it's not that the group exploded. Um, we didn't have beef either. Everyone just had their life to get together. So
Yeah.
yeah, but it was fun. I really miss it. I really miss it. Yeah.
Maybe someday you
Yeah.
guys can come together again
Yeah. Definitely.
and make a
Definitely.
video for old time's sake.
Yeah. Would be really fun.
I'd love to see it though because you guys the way you guys move towards different paths, the others went in a different direction with comedy, and you
Yeah.
went to more serious type videos. Not serious, but more
No, I get you. Like more
yeah, more
educational than
educational.
yeah, yeah, correct. Because
So
I want to. It's not especially for my viewers. Viewers who like it and can learn something from it that I do. For example, sure, cool, you can join. But it's more for myself that I document my journey, and post it online because I'm not camera shy anymore. I know a lot of people. I think I don't know if you are camera shy, but I'm sure the first time that you made your video, you were like, "Am I gonna post this? Am I not gonna post this?
yeah,
Am I gonna post this? Or not?" Send it to 20 people and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not camera shy, so I just like putting stuff out there. So yeah, basically that's it.
when it was like for a TV show and I was probably like around 7 years old, I wasn't really camera shy. But when I
Yeah,
wanted to like post something for YouTube, I was like, oh my gosh, should I really do this? Because I can
yeah,
see
yeah,
everybody's comments. I can see what people say about
correct.
me and stuff like that. And when you first see that, you're just like, how do I respond? How do I what do I do with what the people say?
Yeah,
Because not
yeah,
everybody will know how to take that criticism or how to deal with some bad reactions from people.
correct. Yeah, so that's what I say to because I still get messages from people that want to start a YouTube channel and stuff like that, and just tell them do it. You might get bad comments at first, but if you don't get bad comments, it's not good either.
Yeah,
Because
like you're
then you
not
don't
doing
have
something right if you're not
yeah,
getting bad
yeah,
comments
because
either.
the bad comments or yeah, the comments from people like the criticism. if you don't get that, then you will never grow because you'll just
Yeah.
stay on that level. Like every time someone had a bad comment, I was like, all right, does it make sense? Sure, it makes sense. Let me see what I can do better in the next video. Hey dude, what do you want to see? Do you want to see me eat a pepper? Yes, you want to see you eat a pepper. All right, I'm gonna eat a pepper. Done. Like
Because
move with the
uh
community, and then you just
exactly.
build and build and build.
And also helps to identify not just how you will respond to the comments, but what kind of comments are they? Because you have like people who are just like, woohoo, yay, I like the video, but
Yeah.
they don't really add something to it. And then
They
there's
don't add
something,
value. It's just like, yay,
yeah,
okay, cool. Didn't even like it maybe. But they just yay it.
yeah.
And
And
then
then you
you have
have
people, yeah, yeah,
they have someone who like actually looked at the video and then they're like, I found this interesting maybe, but if you tried something like this, that's like feels more like criticism. But then you have
exactly.
someone who's just like, "Oh, I hate you," and just like
Yeah,
you can't
like
you can't really
don't
do
even
much
look
with
at
that.
those comments. Those comments are haters are gonna hate. Potatoes gonna potate. That's it. Gotta I always say people there's no such thing as bad publicity. There isn't. Like even if it's
Yeah.
bad, if I like I don't know if I do something stupid right now in this stream and it goes viral, maybe I seem bad, but hey, your stream just went viral. And then that's it. That's where it just starts.
Yeah,
One way or
perhaps.
another. Yeah, one way
But
or
the thing
another.
I found interesting about the most stuff that tends to go viral or tend to like generate more interest from people is something that is a bit negative or something that's like over
Definitely.
positive. Like for
Because
instance,
pe- people
yeah,
love drama. That's it.
people love drama and cute cats.
True.
Yeah, because or like something or like clickbaity stuff and then you just like fall into
Clickbait.
it and you're just like, oh my
Definitely.
gosh.
When I made videos back in the day, I used to do a lot of clickbait. Like, for example, eating a pepper and not being able to breathe or something like that. I don't know, something extreme,
Have you
but it
actually
helps.
have you tried ghost peppers before?
No, I haven't. Maybe you should do a challenge, a live challenge of a ghost pepper.
Like a left the actual ghost pepper or like hot ghost pepper
No,
wings?
the actual ghost pepper. That's like the it has the most Scoville units, right?
I uh I think the Carolina Reaper has more.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
No, the first that I've gone is Madame Chanette, I think.
Madame Chanette.
Yeah.
Uh People are like, we eat Madame Chanette for breakfast, like in Suriname. It's just like that. Like, but
Oh
when I
man.
eat spicy stuff, I have to keep eating it at that moment because if
Yeah.
just stop,
Yeah.
then you feel the burn and then you can't. Yeah, you have to
No,
like start eating again.
what always happens to me when I eat like roti in Suriname. I always ask a lady to make it extra spicy for me because I like spice. So I always eat and I eat and I'm like, oh no, it's so spicy, and I go in my eye
Oh no!
and I'm like, oh yeah, it's so good. Yeah,
It's like having
that
Satan
happened.
wipe away your tear.
Yeah, basically.
But
Uh,
yeah, when I was talking to you, you mentioned something
yeah,
about helping people grow and
yeah.
yeah, building up companies to help people grow. Do you want to talk more about that?
Yeah, so basically right now I'm building my own companies. And I want to, yeah, just what I said actually, I want to make people grow by themselves. Not by me spending money on them or for them, but by them taking in the knowledge, and going to look for even more knowledge around that on themselves. People that do that, they'll be so profitable knowledge wise in like at least 2 years defo, if they do it, if they really do it. And that's how I filter people. It's not like, oh yeah, I can show you how you can do this and this and this. Here you go, $100, good luck. that's what's happening in Suriname at the moment. Like we're giving how do they call those things? How do they call
Um,
those things? Like packs of food and stuff like that.
yeah,
And we're giving money away, and we're doing
like
this and
we're
giving.
becoming their support. We're the ones
Exactly.
taking care of them in a way.
don't give people fish. Teach them how to fish, so they can
Yeah,
fish for a lifetime without you or with you. And it is a bit selfless, and it does take a lot of energy. But I do think that's sort of my, I don't know. It feels good. It feels good trying to help people. It doesn't always work. Could be me, could be them not putting enough energy into it. But I still keep going because I just don't want to quit, and I don't want people to, how do you call that? To fail. And there's actually no failure in life. Every drop in life has a bigger upside. So
the worst you can do is give up on everything.
yeah, exactly. So if you go like this and drop a bit, just gotta go a bit higher. You will drop a bit again, go a bit higher, drop a bit again, go a bit higher, until you're like at the top, and then you keep looking for another top, and then that's how you grow in life. So
Because people are
yeah, I
afraid of
think
that drop. They think they'll
yeah,
lose
yeah. They
everything.
they only want they only want this, like no drops, just straight up, and it's not gonna happen. It's not
That's
gonna
not how
happen.
reality works.
No,
But why I
definitely not.
also uh like that idea of helping people build themselves up so they can support themselves is also because of certain things that might go on in the world. Have you heard of this thing that will occur? There will be a lot more wealthier people and a lot more poor people. Like there will be
Yeah,
like this divide, and that is not good for people. It will
no, definitely.
actually cause more problems, and people will have to
Yep.
then spend more money to keep the others afloat as well.
Yeah.
But they'll
So
still stay
basically,
in poverty.
yeah, it's a never-ending circle actually. If you um, and it's not only about the mindset, because a lot of people, even I talk a lot about mindset, but it's not only about mindset. It's also about health set. So health set is how healthy you are, um, and your physical body as well. So all that into account, has to be at a certain level. You need to be 1% better every single day at what you do. Like even if you're tired, be more tired tomorrow, for example. Like, sounds crazy, but that's how you build up your momentum to becoming what you want to become. And for example, if you want to become a streamer, don't stream once. I don't know how many times do you stream now? Like how
Uh,
many times a month or a
I
week or
I picked it up again, so I started streaming once a week.
yeah, exactly. See, instead of streaming once a month, stream once a week, and then after a month of streaming once a week, stream once per 4 days or something like that. And after that, stream two times per on no, one time per 2 days, until you have your own show. You just have your own cabin, your show, 400K people in the Netherlands watching you, listening to what you're saying. It sounds crazy, but that's how you build up momentum.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
just have to keep going. So yeah.
And there are many platforms that basically uh, allow have these resources where you can go and stream. And then
Yeah, and
I'm uh I'm making it too hard for myself. I'm like in my mind, I'm like I have to have this first. I have to have that first to stream. I have to have a good camera, or I have to have
just start.
the good
Just start.
outfits. But yeah.
Just gotta start. Defo.
And then I realized I already have those things. I already put in the work, but then what happens
Yeah,
with the motivation to stream every day?
correct. Yeah.
That's the stuff that also has to
No,
be
I
built
agree.
up.
Yeah. Yeah, defo. And that's where all the other things come in. Like, um, might sound crazy, but how do you wake up? What do you do when you wake up? Um, how long before you eat breakfast when you wake up? Do you even eat breakfast when you wake up? So I discuss all those things with people as well. Like, for example, I could give you my routine right now. I try to wake up every day at around 5 o'clock. Um, I do have a girlfriend, so sometimes she's like, "Oh no, why did you wake up so early?" But sure, um, I try to not later than 7 o'clock out of my bed, like not later than 7 o'clock, never. And now I don't even like. A few years back, I needed to put a alarm clock because I couldn't wake up before 9. But now it's just automatically. It just my alarm clock goes off, ding 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 ding. Gotta wake up, and the best thing to do then is just do. Doesn't even have to be like a workout, but do 10 push-ups or stretch a bit or focus on your breathing, anything like that. Drink a glass of water, and then I just start with my day. I either start by reading something online, looking at some updates that happened throughout the night, or I just basically work on some of my businesses. I either make product videos, I edit some content that I want to post, or anything like that. Any stuff like that. I check my emails for a few minutes, and after that, it's maybe 8 o'clock, something like that, and the world start waking up. People start calling. School gets busy. Um, I need to do the dishes. Yada yada yada. So that's basically how I built my day up. But those 2 hours, when everybody still sleeps, are the golden hours. And basically, everyone who sleeps until 12 in Suriname, they either have their sheeps on the droge, like they have their money already, um, or I won't say they won't make it because everyone will make it if they go for it, but they will have a harder time to make it legally. Let me say it like that. Like, um, yeah, that's it basically. That one of the keys is really waking up earlier than the rest of the world, because then you just have an advantage, you know.
Yeah, that's true because then you're prepared, especially like for instance, if
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
following lectures or you need to get a
yeah,
video
because
done or stuff for work.
yeah, yeah, because when like you can even test it one day when you're really like, oh, I'm gonna go extreme. Wake up at 4 a.m. Literally put an alarm. If you can't wake up, just get out of bed. Literally just get out, wash your face with cold water, and go do something that you've always wanted to do. Like you've been telling yourself, "Oh, I'm gonna do this next week. Oh, next week. Oh, next week." Just do it from 4 a.m. to like 7. You'll be more productive than you've been in 2 months or something like that. Not even kidding. It sounds
Yeah,
crazy,
because
but social media isn't awake at that moment. Nobody's gonna interrupt you at that moment. The school's not gonna call you at that moment. No one's gonna need you at that moment. Everyone thinks like, oh no, she's still asleep. Let's not disturb her. Nothing disturbs you at that like yeah, time of the day. So
yeah, because my ideal wake up schedule is I wake up at 6:30 in the morning.
yeah,
I drink my water, have my breakfast, do some yoga in the morning, and that's basically how I start my day. And then I do stuff related to school, videos, and whatever. But
yeah,
I noticed when I started moving away from that schedule, stuff went wrong. Because the thing is, you're like, oh, I have nothing to do this day that's important, even though your own things are important for yourself. You go back to bed.
hmm,
Problem is, your brain starts making the sleep hormones again. Then you end up waking up somewhere near 12 or 1 p.m.
yeah,
and then you feel worse than ever. You're like,
mhm,
oh chips, I lost the day.
yeah,
I lost these hours that I could have used to work on myself, work on my other career stuff besides my main goal of school or my job.
yeah,
And
yeah.
you
But
can't get those hours back.
no, but It's always it's also not a problem to have those kind of days. That's actually good. Like, sure, have don't have them every day, of course, but it's good to have them once in a while. To like have a day where
Yeah.
like, what the heck? I just wanna have some time for myself. I'll just Netflix and chill all day. Um, get a cake and chill on the bed. Why not?
Yeah, that's for once in a while, but if you start doing it every day,
Yeah. If it
then
becomes a
you're like,
habit, then
it becomes a
yeah,
habit and you're just going to be stuck until
yeah,
you basically gather all that energy and try to make a change again.
exactly, exactly.
So those are more of like the things, especially for people our age, like when we're in our 20s and our 30s, we're gonna do more stuff related to career, business, and studying. It's not all that common that you're gonna see an older person um, pursue stuff like this. It does happen, but it's because
Yeah,
most
that's
of
how.
the older people already have something established, or they already have their source of income or what they want to do.
Yeah, yeah. But what I do miss still with older people is I get that they have their stuff. Great, amazing. But they still what happens to them is their mind gets old as well. So if they've made, for example, if they've made their lifetime with selling cars, for example, selling cars is the way to go, kids. No, it's not. You know, or I can't appreciate those kind of people that are like, oh no, that's not gonna work because I've been doing this for yada yada years, for like 20 years, so your thing's not gonna work. Dude, I've been doing this for 6 months and I think I've made more progress than you have in 5 years. So give me those 20 years as well that you got for your business and let me prove you like wrong. It's not that I want to do that. It's just me trying to convince someone to open their mind to other possibilities. Because when I get older, my goal isn't to be like, oh yeah, I'm in, for example, I'm in crypto now. So crypto is the way to go, kids. No, if my kids or people younger than me are telling me like, hey, floating skateboards are really cool at the moment and it's a new technology. I don't know, Tesla's building it or something like that. Maybe you should look into it. Sure, why not? I'm not gonna be like, no way, nah, I'm not gonna do that. Only crypto works. No, it's not how I want to flow with the boat.
Because you're just gonna look at the world through a narrow keyhole, just like
Yeah,
you're
it's
just
just
gonna
like
look
looking
like
like this
this.
at the world. You're just like, yes, let's go.
And everybody
But there's
everything else just passes you by.
yeah,
And
there's even so much more at the like even how we're in the Netherlands,
yeah,
we don't know all the stuff that's happening
yeah,
at the moment. Like maybe they could be busy making an eye that can fly or something like that. I don't know, but everything is possible.
yeah, or bionic eyes that could help people see again. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
we won't
Possibly.
have first-hand knowledge of it, but after a while we'll end up knowing about it. But
Yeah,
it's still interesting.
yeah, it still is.
So we have a few comments from the
All right.
commentators. We have a comment from Maria
Nice.
Rose saying, just stopping by to listen and say hello to Rin and Nigel. You're both
Hi,
exceptional
Maria.
people. Keep working hard and following your dreams. So proud of you both.
Nice. Lots of love back.
We got Rowan coming in with y'all speaking facts. And then Don coming in saying, keep following your purpose, stay healthy, and gain wisdom and do drugs.
Don't do drugs, kids. Don't do drugs,
Don't
kids.
do drugs, kids. Like, there
And
was,
adults, kids and adults.
I was listening to, yeah, actually, I was watching the animated version of a podcast. I'm not sure if you're familiar with the Midnight Gospel.
No, I'm not. Haven't heard of it.
It was based off of a podcast by this guy named Duncan. He,
Mm-hmm.
if I hope I don't butcher his name, Duncan Trussell.
Okay,
And
sounds like a legit name.
he was talking with this person, and this person was like, there are no good or bad drugs, but the way people use them.
Facts. I do think like maybe it's off topic, but I do think marijuana is like underrated. Definitely. I'm not a user or anything like that. Not saying that. Um, but it can do more than people think. Defo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As I heard people who have been having trouble with seizures and stuff like that, and they
Yeah.
were using
Even
it, and it helped.
yeah, a friend of mine had like back problems, like serious back problems. It helped. No doctor, no surgeon, nothing. Just that.
Because
It
I found
helped.
it interesting because in some parts of the world, it was actually used as an offering for some religious practices, and
Oh
with
really?
like the stuff from the US, they stopped doing that and following
Yeah.
more of those rules and labeling it more for criminal activity.
Yeah, everything that makes people money in the end, or everything that's good for people in the end, the government always wants to ban it. So what I tell myself, maybe it's a tip for the followers or the people watching. I always tell myself I do the opposite of what the government does. If they want to ban crypto, for example, like they want to do now, I just buy more crypto. It's that simple. Or they want to ban marijuana, I'll go into the marijuana business, for example. Um, and that's just how I take life. Maybe 10% of the things don't work. Sure, that's a loss, no problem. But 90%, or definitely even more, if you do the opposite things of what they tell you to do, it seems crazy. But if you go back and watch the data, if you did everything like the opposite direction, you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised.
Yeah, it's all about actually taking in that knowledge, writing down, making notes, and then when you see those things happen, you know where you need to make a move.
Yeah, correct.
And that's how you also end up learning from the mistakes. And you mentioned you're into crypto now, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah. So when did that actually start for you? When did you start getting interest?
Um, Let me check. In 2016, late 2016, I got into crypto by a friend of mine. Um, I bought Doge. Don't ask me why. I don't know if you've heard of Doge. I guess you have
Yeah.
because the majority has heard of Doge right now. But yeah, I was one of the first people to buy Doge. Was just a meme for me. I was like, oh yeah, sure, I'm gonna get some Doge. YOLO. Didn't even know what crypto was. Didn't know how it worked. And I just kept that. I just kept that as sort of a memory. I sold it this year because of the hype. I don't like hypes. Anything with hypes, just take it. I don't need it. Um, yeah. And after that, I just started looking into crypto more, and I started noticing it was interesting. What Bitcoin wanted to do, what Ethereum wanted to do, and now there are so many projects that we could talk about, but we'll keep it on Bitcoin and Ethereum for
Yeah.
now. They're super interesting. They're just the mother coins of crypto, basically, and I just see it as my new bank account. People don't trust it yet, but I always tell them. I always make the comparison for people in Suriname. Like, let's take um, 1,000 SRDs in 2016 of, or even now. Let's do it now because people will be like, "Oh yeah, but it already went up." Okay, cool. 1,000 SRDs now. We even have the stream to prove it. We take it now. The rate is at what, something like
Uh, yeah, one
20
euro
SRD
is 20 SRD, maybe
or
even
25.
more.
Yeah,
Yeah.
25. I'll take dollars. Let's do 20 for the dollar. So $50 for 1,000 SRDs at the moment, and we'll take $50 in crypto. All right. even if you invest that $50 into crypto and BTC, for example, goes from, I don't know what it is, 40K now to 20K, that's half of its value, you still have $25. Worst case. I don't think it's gonna make, like, it's never gonna drop that hard. Anyway, let's say it's gonna do that, $25. Now we have the 1,000 SRDs, that's $50 as well. And the rate becomes definitely 35, let's say, for the US dollar. All right, so 35. So you have your 1,000 SRDs divided by 35 is 28 US dollars at the moment. It's a bit more than the 25, but here's the catch. Bless you.
Thank you. Sorry.
So no problem, no problem. And with that even comes that you can now buy less bread with those 1,000 SRDs than you could have bought back then with the 1,000 SRDs.
Yeah.
So, and your purchasing power drops, plus your value of your money drops if you keep it in SRDs. And then I'm not even talking about plus 10 years from now. I don't even want to predict that. But that's how I'm looking at it. And then in the next 10 years, I'm not saying crypto's going up like from now to $200,000 per BTC. That's what I'm saying in a day or something. But definitely in 10 years, definitely. It's almost a certainty. I don't want to make predictions or anything like that. I'm not financial advice, kids. But definitely, it doesn't have a way to be printed. But money that we have right now, if they want to print more, they're just gonna print more. More SRDs. We need more SRDs. Oh, just print it. Chat and print it.
Yeah.
Or we need more dollars. Biden, print it. Print 6 trillion freaking dollars more. And it's just it's crazy. That's how, exactly what you said, that there will be more millionaires right now. It won't even be from them earning it legitimately. It's like, oh daddy, I want you to print 20 million bucks for me. Oh sure, son, no problem. I'll just call Biden up and we'll fix it tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I think there's a big crash coming, but I don't want to go too much in depth into those scenarios because you'll just get people stressed up. But I do think we're pretty much ruining ourselves. So that's
Yeah.
why crypto is the best bet for me at the moment, out of all the scenarios.
And this is why I find conversations like this very important. That's why I also like to document them, because not everybody is familiar with these types of things, but they are important in the way how the world works, how societies work, and how they keep certain countries running, and what you need to, some basic stuff you need to know to keep on going with.
Yeah.
Because you can't just stand still and expect to just like
No, if you stand
make stuff
still, you're.
appear out of nothing.
I would wish. I would just like to be like, oh, Lamborghini, oh, trip to Paris. I would wish. No, but definitely not. No, you need to, anything that you do, like, you don't, it doesn't have to be that. That's the biggest mistake that we human beings, even me, I made the mistake as well. Money's important, sure it is, but doing the thing you love is even more important, and money will follow. And I'm not saying money's not important, because that's BS. People that say, oh, money's not important, health first. It is. It's just important. And we could discuss about it, but it is like, you need
Yeah.
money to live, you need money to pay your rent, you need money to travel if you want to travel. You just need it. So yes, it's important. People that tell you that it's not important, they just have a small mindset, and um,
And maybe
or
it's
they
because
focus
they
on their
have
travel.
enough money. That's why they
Be
say
that,
it's not important.
or they focus a lot on loving their family, which is a good thing. Don't get
Yeah.
me wrong, it's a good thing, but it won't help you to reach those extra goals. It just won't.
Yeah. Because even if you
Extra-
like love your
extra.
family, you need to support them as well.
You need to, yeah. Like, what are you gonna support them on air? It's gonna be like,
Yeah.
I love you. It's And I do agree with them, definitely. So people that are watching, don't bash me like, oh no, but it's not important. I do agree with them. In my ideal world, I would remove all the money, literally. um it sounds impossible, of course, but then, for example, you love making cookies and you give me cookies, and because you gave me cookies, I'm good at making spaghetti, and I'll give you spaghetti or something like that. Our
Oh,
ancestors used to do that.
yeah.
Like, or hey, you want a car drive to, where do you need to be? You need to be in Rotterdam. All right, sure, jump in the car. Let's go. And then a buddy of ours has an oil station, and he gets oil, and we provide another service of us to him. And that's how we live. And then it doesn't have to be like, oh, you gave me cookies, so I need to give you something bad. No, it's just like, oh, you gave me cookies, all right. um Another day when you need something, just let me know, and then I'll fix it for you. Done. But what we do now, we already have the resources, literally. They're basically free, but someone, a government authority or someone with power, said someday, oh, this earth is mine. I'm gonna dig up oil, and you have to pay me for that. Oh, I'm gonna grow branches that come out of the ground, or pineapples. What the heck? You need to pay for me for it. But they just made themselves. We as humans made ourselves owners of the world, but we're not. We're literally not. It's just basically, if I want to start a coup right now, if I want to have the balls to go to Suriname and say like, "Oh Chan, this is my country now," and I take over Suriname, that's possible because we're humans, and humans have always done that. It's another human wanting to be more powerful than another human wanting to be more powerful, etc., etc.
Are you
So,
familiar with George Carlin?
no, haven't heard of him. I'm gonna look it up. George.
George Carlin, he was this comedian. I remember, like, especially when you're talking about this, about
Oh yeah,
one
I
of his
see.
shows, where he mentioned we as people have no rights. If we want something, if
Yeah,
some people want something, they can just take it. Like, at the moment, if they have like enough power, those rights don't matter anymore.
yeah, because if you look at it, right? Let's say, for example, I'm just gonna go extreme. You have a Lamborghini at the moment. You've worked hard all your life, and the government then someday just comes like, "Oh, we suspect you of drugs because you have a Lamborghini." Maybe you've worked all your life just for that Lamborghini, but because you have a Lamborghini, they think that you've done drugs or done this or that or anything like that, and it just gets taken from you. Just like, well, it's mine now. Good luck. Take some jail time, and let me know if you're good to get out at a certain time. And that's basically life. And then some guy in the world decided that we need to put in those rules. Some guy. And then that guy motivated another guy, that guy motivated another guy, and that other guy was like, oh no, but that's not enough. I want two times the amount. So he got more power over that other guy. You know the drill. So
Because technically, they make those rules when they're already there, but when they either get
yeah,
voted out or they die,
it's it's
the next
crazy that,
person that fills their
yeah,
role still has to
people,
those
yeah,
benefits.
I get that there needs to be a certain amount of order in the world, sure. But we as humans can decide that ourselves. If we didn't have those rules and orders, we wouldn't even have that rate of criminals and stuff like that, and people doing drugs. We wouldn't, because those rules would they would drop. People do things because there are rules. Literally, there are people. If you put a rule now, streaming is illegal. Trust me, so many people are gonna start streaming just because it's illegal.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, just remove it. Maybe it's gonna be chaos for a few weeks or months. Sure. But after a while, people will be like, okay, guys, this is not gonna work. Let's be civilized. Someone's streaming right now. Let's just watch, etc., etc., etc. It's maybe something that's not gonna happen, but that will be my ideal world. everyone just living in harmony, and no one complaining about having too much or having less, or just having enough to eat and having enough to live and have a roof above your head. That's enough.
Yeah,
You
that's the
don't need
minimum
all
what
those.
everybody wants,
Yeah, you
actually.
don't. And you don't need like all those fancy stuff. Oh yeah, I need a Gucci belt. Like what for? That's another person just saying to another person sometime back in the day, oh yeah, Gucci will be worth a lot because it's from Niguel Mannes. Make sure it's worth a lot. Cool, man. It's like Kim Kardashian. It's like me selling you this calculator, and I'll be like, um, hey, this costs like $10, and Kim Kardashian holding it and being like, hey guys, just brought out my new calculator. It's $20,000. Let me know, and
It was
people
held
just
by
start
Kim
buying.
Kardashian.
Yeah, it's the same damn calculator. It just calculates stuff. So
Yeah, because it's also the name behind the brands
yeah,
that's actually making the money.
yeah, it's yeah,
I'm
it's just
owning
it's
this.
just
This is official. So
yeah. Exactly. It's the world we live. And that's what I oh my, this is another subject, but that's what I find so um rude or something against China, because I love Chinese people. I love China. I love the products that they make, but there it's always like, oh yeah, China made 2.0, or China did this from this, or China, but basically 90% of stuff that you have from brands comes from China. So yeah. But that's another discussion. So the world
yeah,
is just messed up. Simply messed up.
yeah, we live in an odd world. Our
We do.
ancestors were pretty much just living off the land and taking care of their families in groups. This is like also
Yeah,
like some interesting things that I've noticed, like because back then you could just like go out into the wild. You were in the wild basically, and
basically,
these
yeah.
things that you experienced, they were firsthand experienced, as well as stories being talked about
Yeah,
by the elders,
yeah.
and
But
that is a bit different than what we're experiencing now. It's not too different, but I feel that not everybody gets to experience some things firsthand in
yeah,
their first years of life. And
yeah,
sometimes they also don't get the chance to work through those experiences and process them, which might actually be bad and stunt some of their ways of learning about being able to find their interests and continuing forward into what they're passionate about, or learning how to look for certain trends, or what they're supposed to do if they meet that low point, how they can bring themselves up. This is an entire learning process, and I believe some people are being kept away from that, and that could potentially be worse in the end.
yeah. Time will tell.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and just for the sake of all this, I hope stuff works out pretty well in the
Yeah, I
future.
do. I do as well, definitely. Like humankind, humans are amazing people, so yeah, I do.
Yeah.
We are intelligent, so yeah.
Thank you for being here. And if you
Oh, no
have
problem.
a message for younger people or other people pursuing their careers,
Yeah.
uh, you may speak forth.
All right. Um, Basically, what I want to tell you guys is never give up on yourselves. Always keep dreaming and always keep achieving. Always keep going. Every step upwards or downwards is a good step because it's forward. Um, and never stop believing in yourself. And even if you stop believing in yourself, think about me because I'm believing in you. Even if you don't know me yet, uh, I'm just thinking about you. My DMs are always open. My messages are always open. If you want to talk about anything, if you're depressed, literally anything. If you want to talk and have, I want someone to listen to, just send me a DM and I'll be more than happy to talk to you or help you through your issues. and I just hope the best for all of you watching. Keep grinding, keep going. Much love. Susulobi at Mabubi. That's it.
And with that being said, thank you guys for watching the live stream. Maybe
Thank
we'll
you all.
do another video or something else, but
Yep.
thank you very much.
We still need to eat that ghost pepper. So
Yes.
video
Maybe we'll
2.0
do it
coming.
live. Maybe we'll do it live as like a special or something. But keep me posted. But thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. When commenting down below, please keep it civil. Love you guys. Goodbye.
Bye bye.